You sent it, we're making it. Today is the first recipe from your kitchen to ours. It's going to be Rebecca's meatloaf. Jump on in and make it with me. Hi, I'm Mary Catherine, and welcome to my table. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm really excited about bringing this recipe to you. It is the first in our viewer series from your kitchen to ours. We love seeing your recipes, so keep those coming. But today we're making Rebecca's meatloaf. It sounds really good, but we have not tried it yet. We're going to do it today, and I think it's going to be great. So let's make it. So the ingredients for this meatloaf are pretty simple. There's just a couple that are a little different. Just like any meatloaf, you're going to start with the meat. We have 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Now you can use ground chuck if you want. This is some pretty lean ground beef, so I'm guessing we won't have a lot of fat that drips off of it. But we have 1.5 pounds of ground beef. We're going to use some onions in this recipe. A lot of people love onions in their meatloaf. We're also going to use some mushrooms. Now that's a little bit different for your meatloaf. Our seasonings are going to be salt, pepper, and some thyme. And then we're going to come in with breadcrumbs, 3 eggs, a little bit of chopped parsley, and then we'll use a little bit of butter because we're going to saute those veggies first. And then, of course, ketchup for our glaze. So most of these ingredients you probably could have guessed, but those mushrooms are a little different. So we're going to put them in that meatloaf today, just like Rebecca does, and give it a taste. The first thing we're going to do is chop our veggies and then just let them saute a little bit in some butter. So I'm going to get this butter in my skillet that's already heating up. This is 2 tablespoons of butter, and I've got my onions sliced, but I'm going to use this little chopper. I've had this forever. Some of you have too, I know. It's the Pampered Chef chopper because I want my onions to be pretty small for this meatloaf. I'm not sure how small Rebecca chops hers, but we're going to do ours fairly small. This is about 1 medium onion. This is a sweet onion. You could use a yellow onion. That would be fine. If you prefer a different one, I'm sure you could use it. Okay. About to get browned butter in there, aren't we? I think it'll be okay, though. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay, now with our mushrooms, we want to chop them up fine, too. I'm going to test one. I've never actually done my mushrooms with this chopper. I'm going to give it a test and see how it does. I bet it'll do just fine. Yep. I bet I can do the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and get part of these in. We'll finish up these, and we'll finish up these last few mushrooms. Now, I've already washed these mushrooms. Okay, perfect. Let's get the rest of these in. This is 8 ounces of mushrooms. So you want 1 medium onion and 8 ounces of mushrooms. Okay, and to this, Rebecca says just add a pinch of salt. I've got this turned down to low, and Rebecca says to let it cook for about 10 minutes until everything's soft. So we'll do that. And while it's cooking, since it's so low on the heat, I think we can walk away and put the rest of our meatloaf together. But I'm also going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now, I've already got this 1.5 pounds of ground beef in the bowl that we can work in. And we just want to dump everything else in here except for the ketchup. We'll, of course, reserve that to brush on the top. So I have 1 cup of breadcrumbs. These are just plain, these are panko breadcrumbs, but you could just use the plain, smaller, finer breadcrumbs as well. I'm sure either one would work, but they're not seasoned. They're just plain breadcrumbs. Then we have about 1/3 of a cup of parsley, and I'm going to put She says to put 1/3 of a cup in. I'm going to reserve just a touch in the bowl because I may sprinkle it on top at the end to make it look pretty. We want to use 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. That's about half. And then we want a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of thyme. Now that's also a little bit different in meatloaf. You know, meatloaf is one of those things that people are very opinionated about. I mentioned this in a previous video where we talked about different dishes that we had done. And probably at that point, the meatloaf video was one of the most controversial because everybody has their own idea of what goes in meatloaf. All right, we're going to use 3 eggs. We probably posted our meatloaf video 2 years ago, approximately. So it's been out there for a little while, and it is a good one, and I love it, but it doesn't have onions, and a lot of people were really upset about that because they want onions in their meatloaf. Okay, I'm just going to give these a quick little whisk with my fork before we add them into the mixture. All right, that looks good. I'll just dump it in. I'm about to get my hands messy, but before we do, let's just double check our mushrooms and onions. And they look like they're doing fine. I'll give them just a quick stir. So probably about the time we get this all mixed up and ready, we'll be able to add our onions and mushrooms into here too. But let's go ahead and mix it up with these ingredients. Now, I'm just going to use my hands. I've got my hands clean, ready to do this, but this is the best way to do meatloaf. It's not pretty. It kind of feels funky on your hands, but it works great. We probably could have waited and just done this with our onions and mushrooms as well. But this way we'll know that those eggs and the breadcrumbs are spread throughout and the seasonings. It's looking good so far, Rebecca. You know, it's funny. Meatloaf is one of those things that I just did not like as a kid because I always wanted to know what was in my food that I was eating. And with meatloaf, I felt like you could hide a lot of things in it and I wasn't going to know what it was. Do y'all ever do that? In fact, Rebecca said that with this meatloaf, it's one that she came up with years ago when her kids were little. And so I wondered if she was trying to hide maybe the onions and the mushrooms and the meatloaf. Maybe the kids wouldn't eat those things any other way. She didn't say that. But one other thing that she also mentioned about this meatloaf is that her mother, she made it and her mother tasted it one time and her mother really liked it too. And so she was always proud that her mom liked her meatloaf recipe that she'd come up with. And I'm sure that was a great feeling. So kudos to you, Rebecca. Okay, let's just let this hang out. I'm going to wash my hands and we'll get those onions and mushrooms off the stove soon. Okay, I think it's been about 10 minutes. So we're going to pull this off the heat. And we're going to let it cool just a bit before we add it into the meatloaf. So let's give it just a few minutes. I'll spread it out so it'll cool a little bit faster. Let's add our mushrooms and our onions to our mixture now. Let's get our hands dirty one more time. Okay, we are almost there. Just a little bit more. So Rebecca is one of our viewers that has been around since almost the beginning of the channel. She's been around for a long time, so I know she's seen my meatloaf video. And she's actually sent a couple of recipes in since we started asking you to send them from your kitchen to ours. But this was the first one she sent in, and we thought it was worth giving it a shot. Since everybody has so many different ideas about meatloaf, we thought it'd be great to try another one. So we're excited to give it a taste test today. All right, I think we've got those mushrooms and onions mixed throughout. Now, she also mentioned you can bake this in a loaf pan if you want to. You can also do it on a sheet pan, kind of like I'm going to do, and just kind of shape it. And that's kind of how I prefer to do my meatloaf. So I'm going to use that method today. Let me turn it around this way to be a little easier. I'll use my hands down there. Okay. All right, now you can see those onions and those mushrooms throughout the meatloaf. Let me wash my hands one more time, and we're going to brush that ketchup on for our glaze. Okay, now this is just ketchup. I know with my meatloaf, I use some brown sugar and some dry mustard and add into the ketchup. It kind of gives it a sweet and tangy flavor. But this is just straight ketchup, and I know a lot of people like that for their meatloaf too. So you're in luck today. That's what this is. And we're just going to brush it all over the top. This is 2/3 of a cup of ketchup. And this is part of the reason I like to shape mine and do it on a sheet pan, is that we can let that glaze just kind of drip down all over the sides. There we go. I think we're ready to go into the oven. And our oven is already hot now at 350 degrees. This is going to bake for 1 hour. Then we'll pull it out, and it needs to rest for 15 minutes. Then we can slice into it and give it a taste. I can't wait. It smells delicious. So it's been 1 hour. It looks delicious too. Looks like a perfect meatloaf. So let's let it rest for those 15 minutes. It looks good. Don't you think, Darren?
Yes, babe, it looks good.
Okay, let's get it on the platter. Okay, now one thing I didn't mention earlier is that I put this on a foil-lined pan. It just makes cleanup easier. And then I did spray the foil as well, which kind of helps for the meatloaf that with that glaze not to stick too badly on it. Okay. I love that end piece there. I'll get a couple pieces on here so we can see it. Okay, now once it cooks, you can see the onions in there a little bit. You might pick up on seeing a mushroom. We did chop them pretty small, pretty finely. So you don't see a lot of mushroom. Okay, here's the true test though. Let's give it a taste. That is very good. It definitely has a different flavor than my typical meatloaf, but I like it. It's very good. All right, Darren, you want an end piece or you want the middle piece?
I'll give you a little piece here.
Okay, I'll give you a good bite, big bite. There you go. He's tasting it now. He's chewing it up.
It's good.
You like it?
Yeah, I do like that.
He's a big mushroom fan, so I figured he was going to like this very much. So, but let me tell you what, even if you don't like mushrooms, I think you'd like this because it's not an overwhelming flavor. And because we chopped them so small, you don't get those mushroom bites that you normally get. So regardless of whether you're pro mushroom or con mushroom, I think you'd like this. It's really good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for sending it in. We enjoyed making this recipe today, and we will enjoy eating it for the next few days. All right, so I think our first recipe from your kitchen to ours was a complete success. So great job, Rebecca. And I think hopefully we did you proud today by making this. We may have done things exactly like you, or we may have done things a little differently, but whatever it was, it turned out really well. So thank you for sending it in. And you other guys out there, keep sending in recipes from your kitchen to ours. We love seeing what you cook, and tell us about what it means to your family, if it's a special dish that's been handed down from generation to generation, or who you remember making it with the first time. We would just love to know the backstory about it too. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Mary Catherine's Table. We're always so glad when you're with us here in the kitchen. And remember to go out today and find somebody who needs a little bit of kindness and give them some of yours. I gotta have another bite. Very good.